Mr. Jackson and Chief Meteorologist David Heckard. Well, one of the bigger questions we get in the Weather Center this time of year is, where can I find a white Christmas? And so today, let's go a little bit more in depth as to what is a white Christmas. There's an actual definition and the best locations in terms of drivable distance from Jacksonville that you could actually see one. So let's first off talk about what actually is a white Christmas. And there is a definition for it from the National Weather Service. This is 1 inch of snow on the ground Christmas morning. Now, this can be snow that occurred earlier in the week or earlier in the month. It just has to be 1 solid inch of snow that's on the ground when the Weather Service measures it on Christmas morning. So a dusting of snow, that does not count. A little pile of snow, maybe in the backyard that didn't get enough sun, that doesn't count. I need 1 inch of widespread snowfall on the ground on Christmas morning. And some areas clearly have a better chance of a white Christmas than others. In fact, the areas that normally see a white Christmas are the areas you would typically expect. The mountains of the Rockies, a lot of the higher terrain here in Colorado, Wyoming, back through Montana, Idaho, Utah, they almost always have a white Christmas. Much of the upper Midwest here, states like North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, they also run a pretty high chance of a white Christmas, and northern sections of New England. Not so much Boston per se, but cities a little bit further away from the coast, upstate Maine, sections of New Hampshire, Vermont, also have a pretty good chance of a white Christmas. And normally speaking, if you want a white Christmas, at least in our region, the best bet is normally right here into portions of the North Carolina mountains near Asheville, North Carolina. However, this storm system, as it swings its way through, isn't going to produce a ton of snowfall in the mountainous terrain. There will be some snow, we think, in the mountains of North Carolina, but we're talking about mainly at the peaks of the higher mountains. In fact, many areas like Asheville and some of the areas near Asheville probably end up staying completely snow-free with this winter blast. So where is the best chance for snow? Well, we're really zeroing in on eastern sections of Tennessee. I want to show you the snowfall totals through daybreak on Christmas morning. And one area that I'm really highlighting is this region right here. This area is called the Cumberland Plateau in east central sections of Tennessee. It's a little bit higher terrain than where Nashville sits. And oftentimes what happens is as storm systems push their way through Tennessee, the increased terrain oftentimes enhances the snowfall. And you can see that right now, Manchester, Crossville, which sit in this Cumberland Plateau, about 2 to 3 inches of snowfall possible. It looks like as the system continues to work its way eastward, though, it will lose some of its moisture. Notice Knoxville coming up with no snowfall in Asheville, but there will be some snowfall again in the higher terrains of sections of North Carolina. But I really think your best bet is to hop in the car, head towards the Atlanta area, continue northward, and try to reach towards sections of the Cumberland Plateau. If you don't want to go to Tennessee, your other good bets are eastern sections of West Virginia, western sections of Virginia, and there will also likely be some snowfall if you want to go even further north into parts of southern Kentucky. So bottom line, it's going to be very cold here for Christmas. Not going to be a snow-producing event here locally, clearly, and it looks like you're going to be heading into the car northbound towards Tennessee to get yourself a white Christmas. I'm Assistant Chief Meteorologist David Heckard for Channel 4, the local station.